Final Fantasy IX Remake gets an update. Ex-Microsoft employees have a lot to say about Game Pass, and HellDivers 2 going into Xbox and what that could possibly mean. All that and more in today's video. Please like the video, subscribe to never miss a gaming update, and share the video to help grow our community. We'll also be going over comment of the day. Be sure to leave a comment as you could be featured in the next video. Now let's talk about this Final Fantasy IX Remake update. Wow, it's been a long road now. We've been waiting for an update on this one, but Nate Drake, a pretty reliable source, to say the least, was asked on Reset Era, any update on the status of the remake development? Still going, not canned, need some reassurances, LOL. Nate Drake says, as of last check, it remains in development to my knowledge, but I need to do a fresh check and see what a more current status is, as I did hear a month or so ago that it was in trouble and possibly canceled. I only had one source on the cancellation possibility and need to verify the info further. So it sounds like it could still be in development, but it could also have been canceled. And it seems as though it might not be in the best standing as it goes right now. So there could be some trouble as far as development goes. And I wonder why that is. I wonder what's going on. I know that there was rumors also of, a different developer working on this game and then Square Enix taking it in-house. But again, a lot of rumors, a lot of speculation. There's no real concrete information coming from Square Enix on this title. But as far as, the rumors and the buzz go, it seems that everybody is kind of in agreement that, yeah, there is a FF9 remake in development. If not right now, there was, I guess, if there is a cancellation here. But nonetheless, it's something that I would love to hear more about. I mean, we were hoping that they would announce it this year, but if it's in trouble, and especially if it's been canceled, that's definitely not happening this year. Although I'm an optimist, and I'll say I think that we could still possibly get an announcement sometime this year as far as Final Fantasy IX Remake goes. I mean, we all cling on to that one thing, the NVIDIA leak, and every game on that list has come to fruition, right? Tactics being the last one. So surely Final Fantasy IX Remake is one that will be done as well, but time will tell. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think FF9 Remake is going to get an update this year? Do you think it's going to get an announcement this year? Do you think it doesn't exist? Let me know down below. Now, next we're talking about Game Pass. The founder and former president of Microsoft-owned Arcane Studio has criticized Game Pass and claimed that it's been increasingly damaging the industry. Rafael Colantonio, who co-directed the original Dishonored game before his departure in 2019, made the comments on X. In quotes, he says, "Why is no one talking about the elephant in the room? Cough, cough, Game Pass. I think Game Pass is an unsustainable model that has been increasingly damaging the industry for a decade, subsidizing by Microsoft's infinite money, but at some point reality has to hit. I don't think GP can coexist with other models. They'll either kill everyone else or give up." And the Wolf-Eye Studio founder went on to state that he's fed up with all the BS Xbox fed us around Game Pass allegedly not affecting premium sales. He added, "It's a long game that involves throwing a tsunami at the entire ecosystem of the industry. Only the gamers like it because the offer is too good to be true, but eventually even gamers will hate it when they realize the effects on the games." Now, we've talked about this endlessly, right? In the past, I mean, when Game Pass first was a thing, I was really like, oh, this is great for consumers for now, but what are the effects long term? And I was always suspicious of the effects long term. And it seems that more and more people are coming out and saying, hey, Game Pass is doing a lot of damage to the industry. This is a pretty big deal for them to come out and say, hey, Game Pass is a problem. Game Pass is destroying the industry. It's not sustainable. It's causing a lot of problems for devs, and eventually it'll cause a lot of problem for gamers. So it's something that I think a lot of us should be paying attention to, because most of us, at least I would think in our community, understand the effects of Game Pass not being a net positive thing, that eventually these things will, come to bite us in the backside. Like, this is eventually going to be a problem for us, which is starting to become that problem now. Microsoft kind of went into this direction trying to change and repave the roads in the industry to kind of fit their narrative. And unfortunately, it hasn't had a positive effect overall. It's actually done a lot of damage. And to achieve that, they went out, they bought ABK, they bought Bethesda ZeniMax, and a bunch of other studios as well. And if you look at the layoffs that happened, they've done a lot of damage. They've laid off tons of people. They've closed studios. Games just aren't releasing. They're telling us about games that are just never seeing the light of day. Constant delays. I know it's not unique to them, but in this instant, it's not looking too good, especially for what they've been doing and the announcements to still come. Like this isn't the end for their layoffs, especially with them looking at AI as the way forward. They're going to try to make up money by cutting jobs here to raise money for AI. It's absolutely disgusting. It's not something that I wanted to see, happen to the games industry. But unfortunately, this is incredibly damaging. It's like this is all coming back down to what Game Pass was, the promise of Game Pass, the effects of it along the road to fulfill that promise, because it was such an impossible promise to keep, right? It's just so crazy. And then on top of that, the price of Game Pass continues to rise. And it's just no positive thing has really come out of this other than like some people being like, hey, I paid $10 for Game Pass to play a full price game, and then I was done with it within the month. Like to a degree, okay, that's great, but long term, not so great. But I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts. What do you think of Game Pass? What do you think of the effects that it's had on the industry? Do you think it's a net positive? It's a negative thing? Let me know down below.
The answer is simple. Everything.
Next, we're talking about HellDivers 2, and it is coming to Xbox. And we're not going to talk about it coming to Xbox. We're going to talk about what this means for the future of PlayStation, because this is a very big deal. This game drops on August 26th, and it's going to be coming to the Xbox platform Series X and S, and this is unprecedented. This has never happened. PlayStation has never delivered a first-party game on Xbox platforms. They just have not, and we're not going to talk about MLB. That's a totally different thing. It's a sports game. It's a licensed game. We're talking about HellDivers 2, a PlayStation-owned IP. It is a first-party game, and they're putting it on Xbox. So we've got a mix of emotions here with this move. Some people saying, I can't believe this. This devalues the console. They should have never done this. I feel betrayed. I feel all types of ways. And then there's the other side of people saying, well, this is just a live service game. It's just a live service game. They're just trying to make more money off of HellDivers 2 to obviously put it on the Xbox platforms. And they will never put anything else on there again that isn't a live service game. In my opinion, I think that, number one, this surprised me. I did not anticipate that Xbox would be getting HellDivers 2. I didn't think that PlayStation would ever port anything over to the Xbox. If they got it via PC with their hybrid console in the future, that's another story. I don't think Sony would care. But in terms of literally getting Nixxes to create a port to port over to Xbox was not on my bingo card. I did not anticipate that. And I think it spells a lot of changes for the future. And I know that that's going to get some people tight just by saying that, but I'm not saying that they're going to go put all their games on Xbox. I'm not saying that that's what they're going to do, but it does open the door, and it changes the question or how we feel about PlayStation and their moves now, right? Before, if you asked any PlayStation fan, they would say, no, never. You'll never see you never see a PlayStation first-party game ever on the Xbox platform outside of the PC loophole that they were going to do, right? But that's changed. Now it's, I don't know, they could put more live service games there, which is very likely if it's going to be a mass success, because clearly HellDivers 2, right? But the question also remains, what does that mean for first-party studios that are single-player titles? Do they look at God of War 2018? Do they look at Spider-Man? Do they look at other games that are commercially successful that would do really well on another platform, especially the competitor like Xbox and even Switch 2, really, if we're talking about PS4 games? Now, while I like to say that, I don't think that'll ever happen, I think it's really a question mark now. It's not a sure thing anymore. It's truly a question mark. I think Hiroki Totoki has plans, and I think he's looking to make the most money possible. And I think that he is not going to shy away from putting old PS4 games over on Xbox platforms. But then the other question remains, and it is, does it even matter anymore, right? Xbox is not making a traditional console next gen. They are going to make a hybrid PC console, right? And in that case, PlayStation doesn't even need to port it to Xbox anymore. They can access it through the PC side of things, right? So I think in that event, it kind of alleviates all the concerns with the future of PlayStation porting. I think that there won't be much reason to port more to Xbox because Xbox hardware will have changed so much, and who knows what that even means for the future. So maybe PlayStation feels so secure in their spot that they have just kind of become confident in, okay, we'll give them HellDivers 2, and then in the future they can just play games through their hybrid console. But ultimately, I think this just raises more question marks about PlayStation and what they're willing to do and what they're not willing to do. In my opinion, I'm not going to beat around the bush here, guys. I'm going to be straight with you. I think this was not a great move. I think that this will give Sony short-term gains, but long-term, it just kind of gives a little bit of mixed messaging for gamers who are really in tune, which I think a lot of PlayStation gamers are. I'm not saying they all are, but I would say you've got a hardcore audience. If they're making a PS5 Pro, they know they have that in tune gamer. They know that they have people who are very in touch with what's happening in the industry. And if you're gonna go out there and create a piece of hardware for that group of people, you better believe that they're paying attention and they're seeing the difference between what you're doing this generation versus last generation. You know, seeing more PC ports, which is fine. I'm not saying don't port to PC. And they're seeing now HellDivers 2 go to Xbox. And I think, yeah, it's gonna send some mixed messaging. It's gonna add a lot of question marks for the future of PlayStation's plans. But let me know what you guys think about this. Is HellDivers 2 going to Xbox a problem? Do you have an issue with it? Are you okay with it? And what does this mean for the future of PlayStation first-party games? Let me know down below. Now, lastly, we'll be talking about comment of the day, and it does kind of fit in with this topic that we just discussed. My man JFK TV says, "It's so odd that after all this turmoil from Xbox over the last couple days, HellDivers 2 is announced to head to Xbox the same day Gears comes out. I don't know what to make of it, and I'm sure these decisions were made months ago, but the timing is just hilariously confusing." And I saw this, and there was a lot of speculation about, oh, did Sony trade HellDivers 2 for Gears? And that I just don't think that's the case. I think it's a coincidence at best. I don't think there was any trade-off. That's just not how Sony rolls, right? Clearly, we don't know how they roll because now they're porting their games over to Xbox. But in truth, man, I think that this is just a massive coincidence. But I also think it's very strange timing. You know, Xbox has basically been beaten into the dirt, you know, by Satya Nadella and Microsoft just beating in the brand, laying off people, closing studios, canceling projects. It's terrible, man. It's absolutely horrible. And then PlayStation comes out of nowhere and says, hey, by the way, here's HellDivers 2 on Xbox. It was just such a strange timing for everything. And then on top of that, just it coming out the same day Gears does is a very strange thing to be the case. But of course, release dates and stuff like that, I think they do plan them out pretty early in advance. So I don't know if there's any correlation whatsoever. But let me know what you guys think about this situation with HellDivers 2 coming the same day as Gears. Do you think there's any correlation between that and was there a trade? Was there anything that happened there? Let me know down below. As always, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and share the video to help grow our community. We are on our road to 20K subscribers. I'd really appreciate everybody who subscribes and enjoys the content here. Please show your support as we're trying to hit this milestone. And for those looking to support even more, we do have memberships as well that have some pretty cool perks. Every dollar made on this channel truly just gets reinvested into it. So if you're looking to support a little more, that would be appreciated as well. I will talk to you all on the next one. You have a wonderful day.